We're on a halibut special hookup bait sponsored trip on this, the Black Pearl out of Morro Bay. Are you excited, Chad?
Yeah, I'm always excited when I fish.
Oh, sure. But we're fortunate that the rockfish opened up. That's pretty exciting. So if we can get these halibut to cooperate, we'll do this all day long. But our fallback plan is potentially some rock fishing. But Chad is showing us all the ropes like he did last year, but he has some new tips and tricks that he's going to share with us today. Welcome to the first rockfish / halibut trip of 2024. Let's go.
So thanks for coming out, guys. We're gonna slay some halibut and then do some rockfish later on. So we're gonna do halibut first. So if you have a rod that you can cast with, right? If it looked like it was a castable rod, I set you up for casting. If you were just dropping down, I set you up for dropping down. So basically, looks like we're gonna be drifting this way, wind-wise, but I don't know what the current's doing. So if you're casting, you're gonna go to this side of the boat. You're gonna go to the down drift side of the boat, right? And when you cast, always keep your eyes on the bait, okay? So if I'm casting this way, right? You can reel up, have your swivel there, and you're gonna watch that bait the whole time. Never take your eye off the bait, right? And then you're going. And you watch it until it hits the water, all right? Don't be the guy that's just without looking, because you're not gonna make too many friends doing that. Especially you hook them in the head, all right? Yeah. So remember, so if you're gonna be doing a lot of casting, never take your eye off the bait, especially when you're casting. Watch it go back and watch it go until it hits the water, right? So if you're casting, you're gonna go down drift. So now we've got the boat turned this way. I'm gonna cast down drift, let it hit the bottom, and it's easiest to hit the bottom when you're going down drift. So you're gonna cast, let it hit the bottom, do about 5 cranks, pop, 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 and it's gonna come off the bottom, let it hit the bottom again, 5 cranks, let it hit the bottom again, until you're at the boat, all right? Pretty simple technique, but with halibut, they're kind of spread out throughout the bottom, so you wanna work as much bottom as possible. And so the baits are always doing their magic, right? When you're reeling, they're gonna be coming up. As soon as they stop reeling, they glide back down. So they're getting hit, both reeling and gliding down. With halibut, a lot of times you get bit as soon as it hits the bottom again. So you're gonna go jig, 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 and you're gonna be watching your slack. As soon as your slack dips back towards you, that means you're on the bottom. You're gonna go to jig again, and it's gonna feel like you're snagged. It's most of the time it's in the halibut's mouth, right? So you feel anything, just set the hook or do a little pop. Because a lot of times that bait comes floating back down, the halibut will just swim up and bite it and sit there with it. So it feels like a snag. So that's a lot of your halibut bites will be that, all right? So that's casting. If you're gonna be not casting, you wanna be on the wind in your face, that side. You're just gonna drop it down as close to the boat as you can, and you really wanna spread yourselves out. Try to get spread out all along the boat and drop it, let it hit the bottom, and let it start scoping out, and then just kind of drag it. Try to keep it near the bottom. Now let it a little bit out, drag it for another 10, 20 yards, a little bit more out. Once you start getting too much slide out where you're not feeling like you can't feel the bottom no more, just reel it back in and drop it right next to the boat again, right? The closer you drop it to the boat, the more you're gonna feel the bottom, right? So no need to flip it out there or anything, just drop it straight down, hit the bottom, let it scope out, hit the bottom, let it scope out, okay? Just keep it near the bottom. You know, and the halibut will come off the bottom up to 5, 10 feet and grab that bait, you know, so you don't need to be dragging the bottom necessarily, just need to be near the bottom, all right? So both single and double works. I have, like I said, I got one set up with the double, I got one set up with just a 1.5 single, all right? You don't need the bait just shooting to the bottom like you would like rock fishing, right? The whole magic of the bait is that whole glide as it's coming down. So it's naturally going to the bottom, right? So for it to naturally swim to the bottom, you've got to use less weight. So I got you guys set up with a 1.5 and 5/8, most of them. And that gives the fish 2 different profiles. Halibut a lot of times like to eat a small bait. So that's why I do a little 5/8 with the 1.5. So it gives you 2 profiles, 2 different size baits, 2 colors, but it's naturally going to the bottom with a natural glide and all that stuff. So you know, if you're not shooting straight to the bottom, don't worry about it. That's how the hookup baits work. That's the whole magic of them, okay? So, like I said, once we get drifting, just pay attention to how the boat's set up. If you're dropping straight down, the wind's gonna be in your face. If you're casting, you're gonna be on the opposite side of the boat. And try to spread out throughout the boat, okay? And usually if most of the guys that are casting are gonna be in the corner or off the bow, you wanna kind of do a 45. So while you're redrifting it, you don't end up under the boat if you don't do your retrieve fast enough. So the two corners are usually the best if you're going to be casting, all right, front and back. If you're just dropping down and letting it scope out, anywhere along that side of the boat, you're going to be fine.
Oh!
Heck yeah, man.
That's the right time, kid! Let's go! Right? Oh my gosh! That's a good one! Yeah, bud! Look at that! On the new color! Heck yeah! Good job, bud!
Hell yeah, brother! Hell yeah!
First drift! Gabe got a good one.
Yes, sir. Good day. We're Saturday morning. Good day to be out on Black Pearl with the boys.
Man, we're really giving this halibut a fair shake. We're like definitely grinding. It is, let's see, time check, 11:17, and we're still going. Right now is a good time to let you guys know, or a quick reminder. If you guys go to hookupbaits.com, you get 10% off. Hook to Cook 10 is the promo code.
Still good.
Free shipping on orders over $25.
You got it.
Let's get some more fish.
We do halibut trips a lot on our overnights, and most of these guys are my guys who do long trips like that with us. So now they have to leave the arsenal to say. I mean, I've had guys catch one triple fly the next day. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it's called.
Or a little something under your belt.
Somebody, it's like, oh, I'm there. Really, the halibut is just feeding at the right place.
Oh, yeah!
There we go.
It is the right place at the right time. Speaking of which, holy crap.
Oh, whoa.
What are you?
Yeah, that's going blind like really well. Get out of the way.
Oh, 65 on the braid and 40 on the...
Oh, okay. We will end. You got this.
Watch you went to lift that and it didn't.
Dude, that's nice.
Get him, guy.
Dude, I don't know, man. What is that? Oh.
See that?
He's coming straight up. No, he's no line movement.
That'd be sick if it was.
Halibut. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that instinct held head shake.
Dude, perfect timing.
Right?
Right place at the right time. Boom, 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 boom.
Edward was there. Right, he wasn't gabbing, don't. Yeah, that's right.
Where are we at? Almost. Leader. Woohoo! Look at that, baby! Holy crap! Look at that thing! Look at that thing! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Look at that ice.
This was unbelievable. Chad and Gambit were just talking, and they're like, "Oh, all halibut is being at the right place at the right time."
Yeah, like you just got to drop that lure right in the right place at the right time, and he goes.
So, and then by the way, this is a new color from Hookup Bait.
The 1 ounce out, 1 ounce ice, and he had a double rig with a 1.5 sardines. So.
Thank you.
Good job, Edwards.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
They do these trips, halibut trips.
Yeah.
I just checked the Navionics and it looks like the rock fishing is gonna begin. And again, this is a 12-hour trip. So we got plenty of time to put some numbers on the board. We're gonna send down these hookup baits and see what wants to play. Oh, 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 oh.
Double.
Woo! That's a monster. Oh, nice worm. That's a nice vermilion right there. He was suspended. Yeah, baby! Patience, baby! Congratulations.
A single 1.5 ice. Shad white 1.5. He's pretty. So that was on the 6 ounce mist.
Yeah.
And the 1.5 ice.
Crazy how they just both decided to pick on that, wasn't it?
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Bert?
They're catching lean cuts. So I put the old 4 ounce sardine with the red juice, bloody mackerel. Did the trick, second cast.
What were the keys today? What were the keys?
Well, for the halibut fishing, you know, it's halibut fishing. It's not going to be, there's not structure to target. It's just casting and working a lot of bottom, and it's just luck of the draw. Your bait happens to fall in front of the right one, you're going to catch it. You know, if you're using
It's all about
if
right
you're using
place,
something
right
that they're going to eat, which all of us were throwing hookup baits, you know, so, and they ended up 4 halibut were caught, you know, and they're big halibut. So.
And the report was it was actually slow.
Yeah,
leading
halibut
up to
fishing
today.
was very slow. So.
It's starting to wake up a little bit more. So again, keep an eye on.
And we give it a
those trips.
good try. We fished majority of the day for halibut, but then when we switched over to rockfish, of course we had no problem catching those. And then later in the day we moved out deep, and I was doing that 6 and a 1.5 ice, and it was I didn't make a cast that didn't get bit. It's just true.
Yeah.
And they're big vermilions, big picachios. So and then the shallow water rock fishing was, you know, the gophers and Johnny bass, and then but we did catch a handful of nice lings. So I mean, it was great fishing.
Definitely some nice lings. In terms of technique, getting those halibut, really you just want to hover on the bottom, just nice and slow, not moving it too fast. Just swim it. Chad likes to retrieve.
Yeah, 5-10 cranks, let it hit the bottom. 5-10 cranks, let it hit the bottom. And a halibut bite usually feels like you're snapped. And they don't really. It's not a violent bite. It just stomps, and you're on. You know. So yeah. And then the rockfish thing, the standard, cast it away from the boat, let it fall, and you get bit. It's pretty easy.
Well, keep an eye out. New color is that white ice.
Yeah,
all the halibut
ice
came on that one.
All the halibut came on the ice.
Keep an eye.
Pretty impressive.
Keep an eye out.
There
on
was
the black
colors.
pearl.
All the colors were being thrown.
Everything.
And it's pretty crazy that they all came on the ice. So that's pretty cool.
So we'll leave that below as well in the descriptions.
Yeah. What was it? Let them know again.
Hook to Cook 10% off your order at hookupbaits.com.
Yeah. I'm looking to do a lot more sponsored trips up here this year. Really get people tuned in on the spinning reel, casting the hookup baits, catching giant rockfish and lingcod thing. Because it's so good and so much more effective and so much more fun. You guys got to do it. So I'll be doing more of that this year. So be watching for the hookup baits on the Instagram, Facebook, or just our website for sponsored trips. You know, sometimes they're way out in advance. Sometimes they come up that week. You know, so just when you see them, book them because they book up fast. So
6,000 size spinning reel, 40-pound braid, 7 or 8 foot rod, up to 40 pounds, but probably 25, 30 pounds is a good.
And that's your 300 foot and under.
300 foot and under, exactly. But the biggest benefit, especially on a boat where there's plenty of anglers, is you get to launch that bait out and away from everyone, and then let it sink, and then you get
the natural fall into the zone, and it just catches the bigger fish. And then if you're fishing over 300, then it's a 8,000, 10,000 size reel with a heavy 7/6 spinning rod. So that's how it's done.
Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode and hope it got you pumped for halibut and rockfish because it's all open now.
Yeah.
Shallow water, deep water. If you guys want to see more episodes like this one, I'll leave them right here where Chad and I caught even more fish.
Yeah.
And it's gonna keep on rolling. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, until next time.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.